new on Curiosity Stream.
I'm James Burke. I'm going to take you on a journey through time.
James Burke's visionary series returns, reimagined for our time.
Now, this is all uncharted territory.
The Washington Post hails Burke as one of the most intriguing minds in the Western world. The New York Times raves he careens from one great moment in history to another.
Where do we want to go from here?
Experience all new Connections.
So what's the next connection?
With monthly, annual, and bundled plans, find the one that works for you at CuriosityStream.com.
J360 Radio.
Hello, J360 Legion, and welcome to J360 Mini Bite, hosted by J.M. Brady, and I am your host, J.M. Brady. So let's get into it. So, how's it going, y'all? It's another week, even though we're at the midpoint of it all. I know a lot of y'all are thinking, hey, isn't it J-Man Show Day? Yeah, it usually is, but things have been in kind of a bit of a shuffle ever since I got that shot a couple of days ago. I mean, you know, yesterday was supposed to be about the PowerPlay, and then all of a sudden, I don't know, one of them side effects kicked in, or I got really, really tired, and I couldn't really move much, so I had to, conk that one out. So it's been kind of a weird week as of late. But hey, at least I'm fully vaccinated now, so I got that out of the way. I heard the CDC said you're allowed to walk around maskless, and except for in like crowds of people or something like that. I don't know, and it seems like nowadays they keep trying to throw that stuff out there. So as for me, I'm probably going to wear my mask for at least like a couple of weeks or so. We'll see what happens. I really, really don't care anymore because of the misinformation and stuff like that. I do care enough to wear a mask. I mean, at least y'all feel safe about that. And sometimes you're going to have to realize this in society. It doesn't matter how safe you feel. It's always those other people out there who either A, really, really don't care, or B, they're always so hyperactive to anything. If you're not wearing a mask anyway, they're going to come try to bother you in your personal space, period. And me, as scary as I am, they know better. But the truth is, nowadays people feel like, oh, I got nothing to lose. And I just don't have time for it. So one way or another, I think I'm going to wear my mask a little bit longer. But the truth be told, yeah, fully vaccinated. And I hope that's the last sign of that tiredness that comes into play, because I still got shows to run. And which right now, I'm going to go ahead and try to get this PowerPlay thing straightened out. Whether I'm doing a Showdown Series episode or whether I'm doing a single player, we'll see what happens. I know this Saturday we're supposed to be doing some double duty here. So let's see. There's no J-Man show tonight, per se, because I got to go ahead and work on the subject matter for that. It seems like I'm going to have to move the Mortal Kombat episode up instead of just holding it back. Because now everybody going a little too crazy about whether that movie was trash or not. So I'm going to have to try to line up a few things. I might have to do an on-location film redemption for that movie. Even though at the same time, that movie's not that bad. It's passable. If anything, it's actually just starting a new movie franchise for Warner Brothers. You can tell. Like, because the same thing happened with the Monsterverse. Remember, Godzilla wasn't really in his self-titled movie here in 2014 that much. It was all about the Mutos, but then you saw what Godzilla did. He made those minutes count, didn't he? So when he did make those minutes count, even though like Garrett Edwards loved pulling away us from the action and stuff, it was to go ahead and give us a little bit of a trial run to see if we're going to do Toho justice with Godzilla and all. Because, I mean, in order to book Godzilla in a movie, you got to go through all of this waiting period and all these things. I mean, let alone getting his name. You probably get his name first before you get him. That's how crazy it was. And a matter of fact, we actually had a good example of that. Because Godzilla 98, that wasn't Godzilla, was it? Think about it. And then you see, as much as I'd like to go knee deep into that, that's another sign of a J-Man episode for you. We'll see if we go ahead and get that stuff rolled out by the weekend, if anything. And then, of course, I am supposed to be doing a PowerPlay Showdown series that Saturday night, too. But for right now, let's get the regular PowerPlay on track, because we still in that Groundhog's Day loop with the Bioshock series, aren't we? Yeah. So, we're going to go ahead and solve that. Meanwhile, I heard like the PlayStation Network went down again. So a lot of PlayStation 4 and 5 owners are sitting out in the cold about this right now. But, it is what it is with that. I'm just like, okay. Yep, okay. They'll get it back up and running in about a week, I'm sure. Because this is not the first time that has happened. So I'm just like, well, I can always record a couple episodes for you guys anyway, so we'll have to see how that all goes down. But then again, no, I'll figure a way out, because I usually know how to do that. Other than that, though, I hear that there's enough votes for a recall election in California. You know, the state I'm actually trying to get to. But let me just tell you this. At the forefront, you got Caitlyn Jenner wanting to run. I say hell no. I'm not going to say it because of, who she is. I'm going to say it because there's no credentials there. Aren't you getting tired of electing officials and trying to propose for people that don't even have experience in the job? I mean, think about it. Like, why would you want to put another reality star inside of, like, the highest office in your state, let alone putting a reality TV host in the highest office in the land? We done went through 4 years of that nonsense. Do you want more craziness to go on? It's like all sorts of clown cars and all this kind of stuff rolling around in there. Of course, I don't really know that much about that state yet, but I'm sure as hell knowing that, one way or another, they got their clowns too, much like Delaware has its clowns. Let's just say that. One way or another, it's just insanity, man. And then, like going right back to what I said earlier about walking around unmasked. Like, yeah, you might be fully vaccinated and comfortable with it, but now that the CDC put that out there, you're going to have a lot of liars out there, too. Oh, yeah, I'm vaccinated. I went right in there to Walgreens to get it done, even though it was the CVS that was doing it. Or even though it's over there in Walmart and all. Yeah. And then I saw, like, allegedly the Pfizer one has this real small risk to it, where allegedly it'll lead to heart inflammation. But then again, so does eating cheesesteaks. Now, get out of my sight. You know what I mean? They always talk that crap. So it's like eating real rich foods. People and their stuff, man. Like, we ain't gonna live forever. We're all just going through this life kind of temporary. But one way or another, it's like, it's a mix of hysteria, propaganda, and every damn thing else. But it's all what you want to believe. And if you really want to get the information together, just go to the source. Go to the CDC and actually read what these whole things are, Like, actually go ahead and talk to the ones that do know. There's too much of it going on out here. All the trolling, all the lying, all the social media that come first and everything. Yeah, stupid. So I should always ask questions and always go to at least a second opinion. But, that's just me. And one way or another, as I'm sitting here right now, I got all my equipment out here to go ahead and get things started for the stream today. Matter of fact, I think if anything, I should go ahead and take care of Bioshock 1. Let's kill two birds with one stone. Now, the whole thing with the Bioshock 1 playthrough is they're not numbered yet, so I got to figure out exactly where they're going to play in terms of the actual lineup for the PowerPlay now. Alright, so I'm going to have to do some adjustments. And that means, like, whatever episode number I said on the show is now in void. Okay? I would say that. But then again, I probably have to do, like, the prequel thing, so we'll just put it on its own island right now. And then you see, like, some of the Showdown series episodes are actually numbered to be in the actual canon. So whatever's going by with Bioshock and the Showdown, Bioshock 2 and the Showdown series, that actually counts for it. Okay? And still, you got to get the new number 1, number 2, and all that kind of stuff. So we're working on that lineup right now. Either way, that show kind of really needs all sorts of attention. So I'm taking care of that this week. If anything, that's at the forefront before the J-Man show, which usually never happens. But, it's one of those kind of things I got to take care of. Now, as we're sitting here working on this, it is not Jams Week right now. And whoever the hell is texting me on the phone, shut up! Running gag, right? Always got to talk to me while I'm doing something. I don't give a damn who it is. Now, let me just say this. One way or another, we're going to go ahead and get that knocked out first. Now, I want to say, like, the lineup should be this week. You already got the mini bike going. You got the PowerPlay coming up right now. And then you see, we also have a Hangouts episode happening with a dear special friend of mine. And you see, the truth is, me and him, we got a lot to talk about, and you're going to hear that landing on Friday. Okay? Because like I said, the Hangouts takes the place of Jams when Jams isn't around. And when Jams is around, Jams takes the place of the Hangouts. So one way or another, you're going to get something very exciting on Fridays. So that's how that usually works. And then you see, like, Saturday, there's another Showdown episode, which is another PowerPlay episode. And then, of course, I could go ahead and throw one of those special J-Man episodes at you, which might be the Mortal Kombat one. Because one way or another, we got to talk. That fandom out there is insane right now. So, as it would be. But hey, at least the movie did right by anything, because you see, as soon as the movie came into play, people started playing the video games again. You know what I mean? Like, the whole fan base started just, like, playing the video games, and they're all sitting there like, how come MK9 didn't get a reissue for the PlayStation 4 and all that stuff? And I'm like, yeah, I know, that's a crime. Like, one way or another. It seemed like Warner Brothers didn't really back the movie by using Warner Brother games to help market it. Isn't that weird? I mean, maybe they did, but they've been very, very low-key about it. I remember, like, let's just say if COVID-19 wasn't around, all that stuff would be booming right then and there. It'd be the go-see movie of the year. All that marketing coming into play, and then, like, you got, like, a bonus for, like, your video games and all that stuff. Not like I would want Cole Young as a playable character. I wouldn't. But I'm gonna tell you this, like, I don't dislike that character as much as, say, like, one of my podcasting friends does. Oh my God, he hates that character. And you know what? I'm just sitting there, I'm like, yo. But, you know, shout outs to him, by the way. Oh my God, the Head Nerds in Charge group is just awesome. God bless them. But hey, as I'm sitting here right now, though, I'm just looking over the things that need to be done. But yeah, we got to get Bioshock 1 out of the way, so that's going to be on the single player lineup right now. We'll go ahead and we'll play through as much of that as we can, and then you see, like, I'll jump back into Bioshock 2 immediately afterwards. As soon as that's over, as soon as, like, we get to the point where we take out the final boss in it, that's it. We're just jumping right in. And we're picking up from where we left off on that, too. So I got to go ahead and make sure I get all these things taken care of for you guys. We're going to get back on track with a lot of stuff. J360 TV is pretty good to go. The OBS is responding to it. However, I do need to test out and see, like, what one of the other shows that I had planned looks like on there. So other than that, that's good to go. And for those that really want to know, J360 TV is made up of two areas right now. It's made up of Twitch and it's made up of YouTube. So that's twitch.tv/J360TV. And then, of course, with the YouTube, since we didn't get that custom URL yet, that's going to happen once I hit the 100 subscriber mark again. But you see, this one is going to be tinyurl.com/J360TV. That should help you get to it a lot quicker. And then for those that really need to see anything, flow.page/J360 Productions. And then I'll let you know all my links. So we'll go from there. One way or another, it's going to be one busy week for the J-Man, but hey, as long as those vaccine side effects subside, I should be okay and good to go. And we'll go ahead and we'll pick up the pieces and we'll start right then and there. Next week, however, we're going back to the original schedule, okay? These shuffle schedules come into play every time things don't go together like they're supposed to. You know what I mean? So I always have a backup plan. But until then, you guys take it easy for me. I will see you then and there. This is J-Man signing off. Take care of yourselves. Peace.
New on Curiosity Stream.
I'm James Burke. I'm going to take you on a journey through time.
James Burke's visionary series returns, reimagined for our time.
Now, this is all uncharted territory.
The Washington Post hails Burke as one of the most intriguing minds in the Western world. The New York Times raves he careens from one great moment in history to another.
Where do we want to go from here?
Experience all new connections.
So what's the next connection?
With monthly, annual, and bundled plans, find the one that works for you at CuriosityStream.com.